Okay, we are live now. Hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today on a Sunday afternoon. So happy to meet you all after such a long time. And today we are going to start with Unreal level design. We have Mr. Sharath over here. So he will be learning about level design in Unreal. Okay, over to you, Sharath. Hello, Sharath. Sharath, can you hear me?
Yeah, bro, I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah. Please go ahead, Sharath. Thank you so much for joining us. You can please start with the session.
Yeah, okay, bro. So, hi guys, on today's session, we are just going to discuss on blueprints, okay? So, first I will just start from basics, okay? And then you guys can understand how you can upskill your knowledge on blueprints, visual scripting, and all those things, okay? So, basically, the visual scripting, the blueprints are being used in the cinematic, like character blueprints, animation blueprints, and all those things have been used in Unreal Engine. So we are gonna learn about how to upskill this in blueprints. Okay, so let's start about that. Okay, so I'm just in my content browser. As you all guys know about Unreal Engine, into the interface and all things, I'm just skipping the part and then entering into the blueprint steps. Okay. So basically, one second, guys. Okay, so there will be like we are having a bunch of blueprint classes like actor, pawn, character, player controller, game mode base, actor component. There will be having a bunch of blueprint classes. So we are gonna choose actor. So actor is a blueprint that you can just do with small changes like any printing messages or objective missions or dope opening mechanisms. All these kind of things are being done using this actor blueprint. I'm just gonna create as BP test. Okay. So on this BP test, you can find this will be the interface of the BP actor blueprint. Okay, so this component has basically a add component and a viewport. So what are the things you had in this viewport will be seen in this components. Okay, you can adjust, or all those things can be done through this details panel. There is a lot of behaviors here, you can adjust on those things. Okay, so after that we can find a construction script. This is a construction script where the execution pin will first execute the construction script and then it executes the event graph. So on the execution part, it will first execute the construction script and then passes through the event graph. Okay, so basically this will be like icons. You don't need, it's a save button and then compile, as you usually know, guys. And then you can find here some graphs like event graph, like begin play, after begin overlap, event tick. So first, guys, I'll just let you explain that what is this begin play. So this begin play is something like the first frame which is rendered when you play the game. Okay, so when I just normally play a game, this is the first frame to be rendered when I just started to play. Okay, so if there any message I just want to pass, I can pass to the event begin play. So let's see how to do that. Okay, you can see a event begin play. Okay, so what does this event begin play? It's like the first frame that should be rendered when I just start to play. Okay, that's the point of making this begin play. Okay, sure, I'll just go a little bit slower. Okay, guys, so this begin play will be like print string. I'll just say a condition as print string, and it will say as uh, welcome to Unreal Engine. Compile, save. Okay, 1 second, guys. I have to just pick this blueprint actor and I have to place it in my level. Okay, then only this particular thing will happen. Okay, now I will just go through again. We have a blueprint class and we have many components like actor, pawn component, character component, player control component. There's a bunch of components here, but we are going to start with actor. An actor is something like which is used for spawning or else like any basic applications that doesn't deal with the characters or things called as actor. Okay, it doesn't have any input systems and all. Defaultly it doesn't have, we can just force input into it. Okay, so we have created an actor, and inside that you can find lots of panels are here. Okay, so these panels are like I'll just make it like here. Okay, I can customize these panels actually. Okay, so what are the components you can see inside this viewport are being handled through these components. You can add many components like sphere, cube, static mesh, point light, or AI perceptions. Everything can be added to this viewport with the help of the components, and the behavior of that particular thing can be accessed through the details panel. I just created a cube here, right? Inside this you can find a details panel here. Okay, so you could find the elements like materials are here. I can change the material, and yeah, you can see it is changed. So after that, there will be a lot of things like I just want to scale it. Now you can just scale. If I just want to evenly scale, you have to make this to be locked. If I just make it as 5, it will be in a scalar up to 5 size. Okay, if I just want to make them in a default position and one particular coordinate has to be extended or scaled like either x or either y or either z, any of these three have to adjust this. Now you just want to select that particular coordinate and make that. So you can see in the x-axis it is like scaled up to 5. No, I just don't want it x-axis, I just want it in z-axis. I'm gonna make it as 5, and here it is 0. Now it should not be like 0, it should be 1. So it's like scaled it to 5 units in the area of z-axis. Okay, so basically this is how the behaviors of the cube can be accessed and manipulated through this detailed panel. Okay, so I'm just compiling and saving it for meantime, and I'll just tell you guys what about this graphs. So these graphs are like something components that will be executed on the part of event graph. Okay, so when we just start to play the game, so once again, so this is the first frame to be executed. Okay, so in this first frame there should be any message passed. Okay, so if you want to pass a message on the first frame when you start the game, we use begin play. So as I told you guys earlier, I created a cube here and I had a begin play. So begin play, I just said after begin play, print a string like welcome to Unreal Engine. So every execution starts from left to right. Okay, so basically you can find this is the execution line. Okay, this execution pin will be like connected from begin play. You just pass a message as welcome to Unreal Engine. Okay, so I'm just after doing this, I'll just find my blueprint class and I also drag and place them in it. I already placed it, so I'm just deleting the another one. So already I placed it right now. When I just save it and play, you can find welcome to Unreal Engine. The message is passed when I start to play the game as the message passed as welcome to Unreal Engine. Okay, so if I just want to change it now, I can change it like welcome to seminar, sorry, webinar. Okay, welcome to webinar. I'm just compiling it and saving it, and let's play. You can see it says welcome to webinar. You guys see, so it has been disappeared within a few seconds, right? We can control that. You just guys have to come back to your BP test blueprint actor and then you can find the blue like print string nodes, right? So inside this node you can see this as a duration, so it's set to be 2. If I just set this to be 10, it is also stays in the screen for 10 seconds. Okay, so welcome to webinar is being on screen, and it will be stays on screen for 10 seconds. After that this will disappear. Yeah, now it been 10 seconds, and after that it disappears. Okay, so you can also change the color also. Here you can find this. If you want to do anything, you can add this. Okay, so basically this is a third person map which I've been defaultly opened into it. Okay, so just so you guys can now understand what is the event begin play. Okay, so after that there is one thing like a event actor begin overlap. Just keep this, I will just explain it to you afterwards. Before that we will just jump into event tick. What is this event tick? This event tick is nothing but that prints something throughout the game. Like it will be stays in the player throughout the game. Okay, it just does every frame of the game. Okay, like this event begin play will execute and render at the first frame of the game. So but this tick will be rendered every frame of the game. That's the point of using event tick. So you can see there is something like at the one such point the welcome to webinar is made, and it is set to be wait for 10 seconds. Okay, it is just rendered at the first frame of the game when I just start to play. But here the tick is something that is rendered throughout the game, every frame that is to be rendered. Okay, so let's see how it is be done. Okay, let's see another one thing. Print string, this will be saying hello. Okay, you can see every frame it prints something like hello, 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 hello. It being just constantly printing something throughout the game until I close this. Okay, that will just carry with us and just follows up without us until we just close the game. Okay, let's see again. When you just click it, you can see at every frame that renders, it just prints the string as hello. Okay, this is the use of tick. Okay guys, so you can also just the time duration color also the same here it. Okay, so I think now you guys can understand what is this event begin play and what is this event tick. Okay, so next what we just gonna discuss is variables. So variables and data, like they are the thing used for input systems and also store the data, and we can just reuse them. These all things are used to manage and manipulate things called as data types and then variables. So there's a bunch of variables we have. As common we have already cube and default screen root. You just guys can relate it. I'm just creating a new variable, and you can see it just asks me to just name it. I'm just naming as count. Let's see as count. Okay, so you can find this is a boolean variable. You can also find its behaviors on the details panel. You can see you can change the variable name, type is nothing but it's going to be a boolean or a byte or integer 64 float. There are various variables. Okay, yeah, so I'll just explain you one by one. Okay, what is this boolean? So boolean is condition is something but if you have two conditions like true or false, that could be done through this boolean. So if I just shoot the enemy, it should die. If I didn't shoot the enemy, he has to chase me. That's the thing. Okay, so basically this boolean is nothing but has only two conditions, either true or false. Okay, so that's the use of boolean. So byte is nothing but you just guys don't have to do all of this, like just go to integer. So what is this integer? Integer is nothing but that counts between the numbers. So I can find if I just feed our input numbers up to 18 or 180 or anything like 123 or something, it stores the count of numbers that what we need. Okay, so basically this integer 64 is nothing but used for a store a larger number of like it's like a long int. Okay, so as like we followed with float. Float is used to store number that is used to be in a decimal format. If you are being using like 9.3 or 8.2, 8.5, 9.3, so this kind of decimal based numbers are used to store in the variable called float. So I'll just tell you again. The float is a variable that is used to store the input values that is in a decimal format. If I'm just using 1.5 is a decimal number. So these numbers could be stored only in float variable. So that's the use of float. Okay. So name. So name is nothing but a count that can be used in what we just want to describe. Count is like coins or health. This can be health. Okay. So basically this time there will be a bunch of variable types that could be you can explore and wild things. Okay, so let's go to vector. Vector is nothing but, since this is like a 3D world map, we can find it has only three vectors. Okay, x, y, z are these coordinates used in the 3D vector. Okay, three dimensional. Okay, if you have three vectors, so x, y, and z. So if you just want to make a vector and just want to go through that particular location, or any the transitions has to be done, like transfer from one point to another point, are being done used through this vector. Okay, so let's see, I'm just placing a cube here. Okay, I'm placing a cube, and what's the location of this? Like it should be like 1280 in x, 1470 in y, and 60 in z. So this is the location vector of this cube. Okay, so if I just make this to be 000, it will just change and goes up to this area. So this is the point of 0 comma 0 comma 0. Okay, so it just moves to the location of 0 comma 0 comma 0. Okay, so if I just change this value of x into 10, it just moves a bit. Okay, so just changing 100. Okay, so you can see it changed from 000 to 10 comma 0 comma 0. This is the change of point of a mesh component. It's like a sphere cube component, right? So it is changed from 0 comma 0 comma 0 to 100 comma 0 comma 0. Okay, so this location is being stored in this vector. If I just want to make this cube to pass through this particular area, it can be done. So for example, I can say you like I have a cube here, right? So okay, so I just want to set this location of the cube to be in particular location. Okay, so what I will be doing is bringing this cube into this place and like set relative, sorry, set world location. Okay, set world location. So what is a set world location is nothing but set the location of the cube that regards to the world. Okay, so here this is the cube, the cube you can see here, right? It is like 100 comma 0 comma 0, right? If I just make that into 0 0 0, you can find it just goes through this point. Okay, so I just want to make, I just place my cube here, right? Okay, I just place my cube here, and this location is like something 1410 and this here. Okay, so whenever I just make this location into 0 comma 0, it will just compile and save it. When it just start to play, it will be just moving through this area. Wait, I'll just show you. Guys, can you see the cube changed from this location to 0 comma 0 comma 0? You can find it here. Okay, why? Because we just made the location as new location to be 0 comma 0 comma 0. If you just want to change this location to be 100, it just move to this area. Okay, it will just move to this area. I'll just basically delete this. Okay, when I play, the cube moves to this place. Okay, so I'll just adjust this to be something like 1000. When I compile and save it, it moves to 1000. Okay, so this is the 1000 comma 0 comma 0 location. Okay, so you guys can now understand something, what is set world location, and then vectors. Okay, if I just make this vector to be anything of 100 in x, 50 in y, sorry, wait, 500, and then I'll just make it here as 1000. Okay, whenever I just make this vector and I just drag it, get it, and connect here. Okay, so this location is being fed into set world location. When I just compile and save it, when I just start to play, you can see it is in this location. Okay, so it starts from the x-axis of 1000 here and y of 500. So this is the location of this cube to be placed. So this is the use of vectors. So you can just change up to for rotator and transform also. So transform. So this transform is nothing but like if I just for manual just creating another cube here, and you can say it is like the transform is comprises of location, rotation, scale. So the scale is like 1:1:1 and rotation is in a 0 and location is such point as 1020. Okay, so this all comprises of in one such variable is called as transform. So you can see when I just make this count to be transform, change variable type. When I just create another transform here, you can see it has a location, rotation, scaling. Okay, so this variable comprises of all the location, rotation, scale. Okay, so if you just want to make the everything to be changed, you can update through this variable called as transform. Okay, so if I just want to change the same way, you can just update the world location, set world transform, the node is here. Okay, so I'll just so you can find as set world transform is here. Okay, so you guys can see here I have a set world transform. When I just make this cube here and I have to bring this new variable to be like cube location, cube transform, sorry, cube transform, and I just compile it. Wait, what happened? Wait, yes. So you can see I will just change this values to be like 1000 from here, and rotation of here will be like around 45, and then rotation of one side of angle will be like 15. Sorry, 15. Okay, I'll just compile and bring this cube transform here, and I'll just connect this with this. Okay, and I'll just compile and save it. You can see the scaling will be like 15 units, and then it is rotated into 45 degree and then placed into 1000 meters. Okay, so that's the change what we have been doing for this. Okay, so if you just want to make the scale of 0 here and then x is to be like 15, it will be in a angle of extended scaling for x-axis. Okay, can you guys can see it, right? So basically this is how you guys will use this transform and all those things. Okay, so let's jump into menu systems. Okay, so how we just start with the game, we have a start and then exit. Okay, and then options and all those things. So we will be making a small easy form of menu system, and after that menu system, our game will be starting. So let's see how we can do that. Okay. So basically, I will just create a new map. Just say it as menu level. Okay. In this menu level, I have empty. Okay. So I will just create a widget blueprint. Right click, user interface, widget blueprint, user widget. I'll just say as WBP menu. Okay. So inside this, you will be just creating a basic menu system. Okay. So for that, I will just make a small canvas. Okay. You can adjust the thing or how much you want it. Okay. After that, I'll just creating a button. This is a basic menu system. Okay, guys. So here I have something like two buttons. Okay. So I have to change this name of this thing to start, quit. Okay. So now what happens is like I'll just make these buttons to be in a variable and name it to be quit. This is start. Okay. So you can also change this buttons color, background, foreground color, everything is to be changed. You can also input on images also here. Okay. Compile, save it. You just have to just switch from designer to graph. Okay. What happens now is you just guys select this start button on click. Okay. You just have to say open level by name. So what this node says is like whenever the start button is pressed, this particular level has to be loaded. Okay. So what's the map we just want to load? It's our third person map. So I'm just going to third person. Sorry guys, I'm just joining now. A small network issue here. We'll just start in 5 minutes. Okay. Sorry guys, just joining now. A small network issue there. Yeah, guys. So we're just resuming our class, and what we just discussed is like making our UI system in widget blueprint. Okay. So the widget blueprint we will be just making whenever just press the start button, the level which we need is will be loaded. Okay. So we will be just teaching you guys how to make that level to be loaded into it through a node called as open level by name. Okay. Yeah. Now it's loaded, and I'll just show you guys. Yeah, I created a menu called as WBP menu. Okay. Inside this menu, you can guys find a start button and a quit button. Okay. So whenever I just press a start button, on clicked into it, on clicked, open level by name. Okay, compile and then go to this map which you want to be loaded is here. Okay, okay, open level by name and third person map. Done. Okay, so let's open this map which we needed into it, and let's add this map through the level blueprint. Okay, so you are just opening the level blueprint of menu level. Open level blueprint. You can find this icon, and you just click open level blueprint. Begin play. Create widget. Okay, so already we just created a widget called as WBB menu. Menu is here. So you just feed into it, drag out from return value, and create a node as add to viewport. Okay, guys, when I just compile and save it, you can see when I just play this game. Sorry, guys. You just add a image. Okay, you can add an image or something. So I'm just using a black image over here. Color and opacity black. Done. This will be in this. Okay, compile, save it. Okay, we just start to make this game. You can feel start and quit button is there. Okay, when I start, it just goes through this level. So this is how you guys will make a menu that will just transfer from UI menu to a playable map. Okay, so as you guys can see, the cube is here. It moved from a point to this point. Okay, so after that we are just gonna now make for quit. Go to graph editing mode, and then after clicking it, you just have to then on click quit. So you just drag and find quit game. That's it. Okay, the making of quit is like will be viewed only after making the build. Okay, so after that, when I just start to play this game, you can find a start button and a quit button. You don't just quit now, it will just quits the game. Okay, if I just click start, the game starts. You can find it. Okay, okay, guys. Then we're just gonna make some more things which could be easy for you guys. Okay, I'm just opening my third person map, and now we are just gonna make something like coin collecting. Okay, so if I just have a coin here that will be in won't be collected, it has to be added. Okay, so we are just gonna make something like that. Okay, so to that, what we're just gonna do is like going to my blueprints, gonna right click, create a blueprint class, create an actor blueprint, and name it as pp coin. Okay, you can see it. Okay, guys, so you can find we just created our coin blueprint, and you have to create a coin. So go to add, and create a cylinder. Okay. Here we made a coin and we just want this coin to be rotating. Okay, so I'm just gonna add a rotation moment. Okay, rotating moment. Compile, save, and I'm just placing this coin on my scene, and I just play. You can see the coin is being rotating. Okay, guys, when I hit on this coin, this has to be disappear and has to add a point to my score. Okay, now what I will be doing is I'm just going to create a box collision. So you can find this box collision here, and when the cylinder is being rotated, the box collision is also being rotated. Okay, so now what I will be doing is I'll just adjust this box collision. Okay, you can find a box collision here, and it will be just made here. Whenever I just rotate it, box collision also rotates. Compile and save it. What we are just going to do now is actor begin overlap. Okay, whenever I just click this box collision, you can find some events like on component hit, begin overlap, end overlap, all those things. We are gonna use the on component begin overlap. Okay, so when I just click on component begin overlap, so whenever someone is hitting onto like overlapping with this box collision, that's the meaning of this on component begin lap. Okay, so if the other actor is equals to our player character, what this means is like if the other actor is overlapping with this collision is our player character, we have to check that if it is true now, it has to add a point. Okay, like adding up some point to the score. Okay, so to make that, what we will be doing is uh, like we just say as first it will disappear. Okay, destroy actor, compile, save. Now we just see, let's see how you can see our coin is being rotating here. When I just go and hit, it disappears. Guys can see it, right? So what this basically says is whenever the other actor collides with this collision, if the other actor is equals to the player character, that is our mannequin, it says that it has to be checked that it is true or not. If it is true now, it will be destroying. Okay, that's the matter of making this blueprint visual scripting. Okay, I think you guys can understand about this coin system, how to be doing this. Okay, so now see, let's how to make this into a traveling of make many things. Okay, like you will just see it as so I have a couple of coins here. Okay, here I have a bunch of coins, and after collecting them I have to go to a end area where I have to just travel to another level. Okay, so let's see how to just transfer from one level to another level. Okay, so I'm just creating an collision box here, type here collision, sorry, wait one second guys, trigger box, yeah, trigger box is here. and you can see I just placed my trigger box onto. Whenever player character collides with this collision box, he will be transferring into another level, another world. Okay. Now I'm just clicking and selecting the trigger box, and I'm opening my level blueprint. Okay. So you can see it is very empty. Okay. It is also being very similar to active blueprints in a UI navigation roles. Okay. So you have to create a reference to a trigger volume. So you just create a trigger volume box and then component begin overlap. Once again, guys, like you just have to right click, add event or trigger box, and then go to for collision, add on actor begin overlap. Okay, whenever something is collides with this trigger box, it will be sending a message. Okay, if the other actor is equals to the player character. So basically what this means is, like whenever the other actor which is colliding with this box collision is player character, it will checks. Like you just want, if you just want to create a branch, either you can just right click and type as branch, or else B with left click and mouse button. Okay, which can just create a branch condition. You just connect this condition to this equal to value, and you have to just connect the execution pin. Okay, so after this you can find whether it checks that the other actor is a player character. Then it says that open level by name. So we just want to create another level. So what we can do is, on my maps I'll just create another level, like it is like level 2. So I just created a level 2. Okay, so the guys can see this, that's very empty, it doesn't have any lights or things. So you just go to Windows, environment light mixer, create sky. I'm just taking a basic sky here, small landscape over here. Okay, we will be making a small level here, and adding my player start here. Okay, and I will just create my player start here. I'm just compiling and saving it. Okay, I'm just coming back to my third person map. So now what happens is, whenever I just enter into the collision box, I have to travel to the new world which we created right now. Okay, so we just created something like a trigger box here. Whenever the player collides with this trigger box, he has to go through the another level where it is being. Okay, so let's see how it is being. Okay, guys, why it's not working out? Did I make any wrong things? So hi guys. So we just completed a class, I think so. The small network issue is there. So we are just closing our class now. So if you guys have any doubts on it, you just do comment here. We will just reply to it. Okay. So let's finish this class. And if you guys have any doubts, please comment in the sections. We will be just letting your doubts clear. Bye guys. Let's see.